his 50, comes in as a fullback. Hand the ball off, and into the end zone goes Sean Tucker. Cousins over the middle, wide open, and there into the end zone goes Kyle Pitts for the touchdown. 5 targets, 5 catches, 93 yards. Cousins going that way again. He's got it. Touchdown. 2nd down and goal. 4-man rush. Pass. Caught. Touchdown. Devin Colt. Tucker's already been into the end zone once tonight. Here's the pass. Hold in. Chris Godwin for the touchdown. On the ground. To the outside. Into the end zone. Bijan Robinson for the touchdown. Long way to go. But for first, a huge 3rd and goal. Robinson in motion. Cousins goes the other way. Pitts. Can he handle it? They say touchdown. For the moment. Take another look.
San Francisco drive, the 12th play of this series coming. Purdy punts and throws, and it is caught for the touchdown by Jennings.
And how good a player he's becoming. Of course, Jeffrey Simmons, Cedric Gray, the run stopper.
Can they do it again, or is it McCaffrey? It's McCaffrey. Empty set for Ward. He's got time, got a man downfield. It's caught by Helm, who fumbled the ball momentarily, but seemingly held on and broke the plane for a touchdown.
And I think a lot of it's just a confidence thing. And so coming into this game, you just felt like they really wanted to get him going.
Purdy scrambling, throwing, end zone. Jennings, he is in again. Purdy maneuvering, jumps, throws, touchdown. It's Kittle. And it's a rout in Santa Clara. Simmons is in. He's got a touchdown in his career. He was out there. Cam Ward on the scramble. Throwback Simmons. His 2nd career touchdown. Okonkwo is still seeking his first touchdown this season. It'll be a handoff for Pollard, and he rumbles in for the touchdown. With 5.5 to go, makes it a 2-possession game.
Well, the big receiver out of Stanford. They'll motion Tremble, hand it for Dowdle, changing direction, trying to break down the door. Rico Dowdle is in, touchdown. 1st and goal inside the 5. They're 2 for 7 this year. Neal hunting the end zone, touchdown.
2nd and 21. This is a run or screen down.
They just got it off. Very loud crowd right now. Young launching near side. He drops it in for Coker. What a rainbow!
Oh my goodness. Got one-on-one with J.C. Horn up top.
On 3rd down, Shuck goes that way. Olave, touchdown!
From the 17, here's Goff in prime real estate, going deep. End zone and caught. Touchdown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and the Lions strike first. Kyron Williams gets it right up the middle and in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. They do that. Kyron Williams has number 2 on the day. Touchdown. Third and 5. Quick throw, screen. St. Brown gets a block. Amon-Ra spins his way to the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown, Lions. Goff going for it all. Jameson Williams, he's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Stafford now going to float one far corner. Brought in and caught for the touchdown. Colby came into the game first in the league in receptions, second in yards, and he's going off. They're going to run it here. Corum to the outside, and it's a touchdown. Oh, you just hope he's okay, my goodness. Off a career 181-yard day. Meanwhile, the Rams up 7, 4:55 to go. Stafford looking for more. On the rollout. Has Parkinson. He's in. Touchdown, L.A. Look at this. I got David Montgomery in a wildcat situation here. They are going to run it. Montgomery is in. Wow, it was a really patient run.
Jim, and that's a big thing for this Denver team.
3rd and 3.
There's the legs, go.
Going to throw it instead. He's going to make the connection with Bandy in the end zone for the touchdown.
This could be a screen right here. I might run something fast.
Love looking downfield, lofting to the end zone. It's Jacobs with the catch. Oh, my goodness. What a grab by the running back with Greenlaw in coverage. And the Packers have... They've been a dangerous team in the last 2 minutes, and Sutton has caught 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Here he is on 2nd and goal. Nix throwing, goal line, and it's a touchdown. Little Jordan Humphrey.
I don't think that was pass interference.
Meanwhile, Jacobs, no one near him, taken off. Jacobs to the end zone for his longest touchdown run of the season. 2nd and 8. Nix, end zone bound, pulled in. Are the feet down? Yes! Touchdown Broncos. Sutton hauls it in. On a 2nd and 15. Nix to the end zone. Franklin has it. Touchdown Broncos. Toss. Harvey looking for his 10th touchdown of his rookie year. R.J. Harvey.
2nd and goal. Shovel pass. Dallas Goedert. How do you like that, Greg Olsen? A little shovel to the tight end for the day's first score. 1st and goal inside the 3. Barkley. In. Touchdown Eagles.
Frankly, that's what makes it so fun.
Shovel pass. Already got a touchdown on this today. Make it 2. Dallas Goedert high stepping in. 3rd and 5. Hurts delivers. Brown touchdown. 27 yards. Frozen rope from Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown.
Unfortunately, that's how bad the Giants' rush defense has been this year.
Up the middle, all the way into the end zone on cue. Krosky Merritt, 16 yards. A Washington Commanders touchdown.
But you gotta hold those guys back, right? When they have that type of mindset.
Dart hands it off.
Let that guy run.
Tracy to the goal line. Touchdown.
Congratulations.
Jalen Lane from the 37. There is a flag across midfield. Lane still going. Inside the 20. The 10 into the end zone for a touchdown. But remember, there is a flag. So we'll check with the referee, Bill Vinovich.
Play the play. Vote the play. Touchdown.
The other receiver to the top of the screen.
Here's Dart looking. Fires to the end zone. It is caught. Tyrone Tracy, his 2nd touchdown today.
Want to get Terry McLaurin involved some more in this offense.
1st down and 20.
Got him.
There's McLaurin. Inside the 10. Stays on his feet. Into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. 51 yards. Mariota to McLaurin. Dart under pressure, throws, end zone, touchdown! Wan'Dale Robinson.
Shotgun for May. Oh, it's an option, and May cuts to the outside for the touchdown. Fantastic opening.
And he's really stepped forward in his second year out of Utah. Shotgun, May. He's going to run.
Wow. Second score of the day, Drake May on the ground for the touchdown.
You two have that in common, Ryan.
You do, or?
Oh, you.
Oh, I do.
You walked in with no shirt today.
That's true. Henderson, he's going the distance, and he's gone. It's all cooking for New England. 52 yards for the Rook.
Motion man, Shakir. Allen will throw. Catch made by Cook.
And he waltzes in for the touchdown.
Bills needed it, and they deliver. Second and goal. Allen fake the handoff, the roll and toss. Open man, Knox. Touchdown, Bills. Third and goal. Handoff. Cook trying to extend it. He got right to the goal line. Allen steps up. He's got room in front of him. Pulls the trigger. End zone. Touchdown. A bullet. Josh Allen to Dawson Knox.
People, anybody who wants to say weak schedule, anybody who wants to say anything about them, these are the types of drives that they can show everyone.
Henderson bounces away, and Henderson is off to the races.
Look at May.
Does he have another one in him?
May sprung him.
He does. Touchdown. Goodbye, Travion Henderson.
Drake May leading the way. It's a football thing.
Second and one.
Love being called a sickle.
On a give, Cook slices through, and he takes it in for the touchdown. A silencer from Cook.
Third down and 4. Rivers, and he's got a man. Touchdown! That's Josh Downs, and that's Phillip Rivers with a touchdown pass. The 422nd touchdown pass of his career. And the
They've had an outstanding season. Rashard Smith is the back. Mahomes to the air. Second goal. Chase drives, scores! Touchdown! Patrick Mahomes. It's a 12-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs had scored first.
McConkey had a punt return that he let go because he couldn't completely see it.
Idell the back. 3rd and 3. Herbert. Here comes Karlaftis. And to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Grabbed on the play by Lambert Smith.
Well, this is the 9th play of the drive. It's been a good mixture. Myers comes in motion. Off the play fake to Etienne. They throw it to the back of the end zone. Caught! Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jags. It's only his 2nd score of the year, but it puts the Jags out. The very popular LaQuint Allen, 7th rounder, is in the backfield for the Jags. He's an excellent blocker out of Syracuse. Lawrence is in trouble. Trying to get away. Flags come flying. Lawrence can run for a little bit. Lawrence can run for a score. Play clock is down under 5. Play clock at 1. Cook in the pocket toward the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Adonai Mitchell. The first NFL touchdown pass for Brady Cook. And the Jets are on the board. Both running backs are in the game. Etienne comes in motion on first down into the backfield. Lawrence looks left, throws left, and he's got Tootin. And he rolls right on into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On second down. He trips to the bottom. He's looking for Etienne. And Etienne with the diving grab. Touchdown, Jaguars. Second down and goal. Middle of the field. Pass is complete. Etienne into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Second down and 5. Little pitch play going to Davis. And Davis breaks free. He's inside the 15, the 10, 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
But to be able to throw the deep shots, the bombs to Brian Thomas Jr. is huge.
Well, they're going to throw it again. Etienne. And Etienne inside the 40, high stepping inside the 35, makes a man miss at the 33, along the sidelines, into the end zone. Stroud well protected, and there's Nico Collins. And Nico Collins will glide into the end zone. An opening drive, Texan touchdown. Marks back in with two tight ends. Ball snapped directly to Woody Marks into the end zone. What a sweet play for a touchdown, Texans. Where's McBride? Bottom of your screen. Brissett will have a moment. Throws. Touchdown. Trey McBride. Back to the Texans. Stroud will get out of it. Throws on the move. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz. Carter's had a good game. It wasn't even Bam Knight, the starter, got hurt. He's come in with DeMarcado. Brissett on target. And to the end zone and in. Trey McBride with a touchdown for the Cardinals. Over 200 yards passing is Jacoby Brissett. For the end zone. Turning around. Did he hang on? Michael Wilson. He's got a touchdown, Cardinals. Tying the Texans' tight end record. 3rd and goal. Stroud. End zone. Touchdown. Nico Collins.
Right now the Bengals showing 8 on the line of scrimmage. Little pre-snap look for Jackson. They come heavy. Okay. Jackson underneath. It's Ali. First down and a lot more. Ali in for the Ravens touchdown. Bengals bring 4. Jackson towards the end zone, and it is caught. Flowers for the Ravens touchdown.
Burrow is not shy to throw it to anybody who is in one-on-one situation.
Burrow again kind of stumbles, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Van Noy. Then the handoff, it's Gilman, and Gilman is going to score as the Ravens look for the knockout punch. 95 yards.
On 1st and goal, it's Swift. Nice cutback. Has a lane to the edge. Touchdown, Chicago. 3rd and goal. Burden in motion. Play action. Williams. End zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown. From the 22 on 1st down. Williams on the roll, directing traffic to the end zone. He throws and it's DJ Moore, his 2nd of the day. Chicago cashes in immediately from 22.
Confidence in your players, and again, the location. Look at the defenders from the break.
Hand off Swift. Got a block, cuts it back. Swift struggling inside the 5. The high kick into the end zone for the touchdown.
Williams inside into the end zone for a Cowboys touchdown. Chiefs. Reddy Stewart was penalized there. Brings Minnesota to the edge of the red zone. And McCarthy on the boot, throwing it towards the end zone.
All those different things play into what he's doing with this offense right now.
Here is that running back inside for the touchdown, Malik Davis. McCarthy, the keeper, the walk-in. A little gritty on his way to the end zone.
That's a little nasty right there.
Touchdown, Vikings. Ready? 2nd and goal. Inside runs C.J. Ham with a touchdown. McCarthy to the end zone. Touchdown, Jalen Naylor.
Hayward under center. He gets shoved. No signal yet. Now it is. Touchdown, Steelers. They go on top.
319.
Try to go to the air here. Rodgers, end zone's got his man. Touchdown, Marquez, Valdez, Scantling.
He's the guy who deserves more playing time.
On 3rd down, got it to DK Metcalf. And fighting his way for the touchdown. Has taken over at left guard for Sam Olive. Here is a toss. In the backfield, Jonnu Smith. Another one to the end zone, and a jump ball that's caught by Waller for the touchdown.
Get in with a division win.
On first down, Tagovailoa slides through, end zone. Catch is made, touchdown Waller, his second in a row.